All right, I'm joined here in the Media Center at the Mizuho Americas Open with Nelly Corda. I think we'll just open things up right away. Sarah in the back.
You talked a little bit about it last week, but just what has this recent stretch of golf you've been on meant to you, and how much fun have you been having enjoying all the success?
Yeah, it's been so much fun getting to travel, all over the U.S., mainly being happy and healthy. I feel like that's what has caused me the most joy is like going out and enjoying myself and being healthy compared to years before where, I was struggling maybe, with injuries. But yeah, it's been a wild ride winning those 5 in a row. And obviously last week played actually pretty solid golf. Just Rose and Madeline, I feel like played a different golf course. So they played unbelievable golf, and props to Rose for winning in such an amazing fashion. But yeah, it's been an amazing ride, and hopefully I can continue building on that throughout the entire season because it's still a long year ahead.
For sure. And have you I know you've obviously stayed very in the present, but now that everything's kind of slowed down a little bit, have you let yourself look back and just sink in that accomplishment?
No, I feel like with sports, you're just always kind of looking ahead. You're looking at what's next. You're getting ready for the next event. It's quite tough to kind of look back and let that sink in. I'm sure, if you have a couple weeks off or if you have your off season, you can kind of like look back and reminisce on what has happened. But with so many big events coming up, it's quite tough to kind of look back when you're just trying to prepare for what's at hand, what you have right in front of you.
Well, and you've got a challenge again right in front of you this week at Liberty National. Just speak to this golf course and how how much fun it is to play and what it'll be like in some kind of wet conditions.
Yeah, this is actually my first time on property. Yesterday I played 9 holes for the first time, so I saw the back 9 yesterday, and I'll see the front 9 today. Weather's definitely going to be a factor this week. I think it's going to be raining, a little cold, and I'm sure since we're on the water, it's going to be windy out here too. Just staying in the city, taking the ferry over, seeing the Statue of Liberty every single day. I mean, there's nothing quite like this tournament. Not getting to play it last year, I see what all the hype was about, and it's a different feel getting to, also take your mind off of golf after the day and going out into the city, eating dinner, and just kind of recharging your batteries in a sense. So I'm really excited for the week. It's been already a really fun week, and I can't wait to be a foodie for the rest of the week mainly and play this amazing track.
You've had a really unique thing. The winner of your Nelly Invitational is in the field as an AJGA participant. Have you gotten a chance to catch up with Aphrodite, and what has that meant to you to see her out alongside you guys this week?
I played super early yesterday. I was on like the 5:30 a.m. ferry, teed off before 7, so I have not seen her yet. But my caddy Jason did actually speak to her mom, and I FaceTimed her after her win at concession. So I'll definitely, if I see her around, I'll definitely congratulate her, and I'll keep an eye out on her playing this weekend.
Tom?
Nelly, what's it like getting up at 5 in the morning and taking a ferry to a course?
Well, when that alarm goes off, all you can say is, ugh. But no, I don't mind it. I actually like to play really early, either Monday or Tuesday. I'm usually out on the golf course at 6:30, so I'm pretty an early riser. I like to go to sleep early as well, so I don't mind it. And there's nothing better than having a golf course to yourself in the morning and no one being around, and I just feel like I get my best work done that time.
I don't want to use the word struggled, but I mean, your last 2 rounds last week were not as good as the first 2. Mm-hmm. I mean, do you sit back and say, I understand exactly what went wrong, and it's a minor tweak? How do you approach this week?
Yeah, I did some work with my coach, Jamie Mulligan, and Brett, who's actually out this week. We FaceTimed him, and Brett was with me on the golf course yesterday, and, after a certain amount of weeks, I mean, you always kind of fall back on your tendencies. I don't see myself, so whatever I feel versus real is very different. So having someone here that kind of knows my tendencies and can help me with it really helps. So I did a lot of work yesterday with Brett and Jamie, and hopefully that'll kind of get me ready for this for the next 4 days.
I've covered athletes a long time, and a lot of them kind of like last week is last week, it's over with. When you go out there this week, are you just laser focused on, like you're not thinking about the streak's over, I have time to myself, it's just the course?
Yeah, I mean, I try to be very present, so I don't try to think about the streak. I actually didn't really think about it too much last week. I was just kind of frustrated with the way I was hitting it over the weekend. It just felt like I was a completely different player from the first 2 days to the next 2 days, to the weekend, so that just happens. I mean, I'm human. I'm not gonna play well every single day or every single week, and still fought it out and finished inside the top 10 on a pretty tough golf course. But this week's a new challenge. It's a completely different look. It's more of like a linksy style, but I know that they've gotten a lot of rain, so it's also very soft, so it'll just play different, and I'm just going to take the challenge that's ahead of me and take it a day at a time.
All right, Beth Ann, I see you on the Zoom there. If you have a question, would you like to unmute?
Yes. Hi, two, if I may. Is there an element of relief at all to the fact that the noise around the streak is over, and maybe you can, start another one?
No, not really. As I said, I didn't really think about it too much. I was just so happy to be out here playing and taking the golf course on, because every week was just so different. It was a different challenge. I mean, we have not had the best weather this year either, so the last thing I was thinking about was a streak, and the only thing I was thinking about is the golf course and the weather at hand, and that already, fills your mind up with so much. And after the day's done, you're so mentally exhausted that you can't even think about the streak. You're just thinking about getting ready for the next day. It was an amazing streak that I was on, and honestly, it's something that I never thought that I would be able to do. So to do it makes me think that hopefully, I can maybe do it again one day, but it's not something that I'll really think about too much. I mean, winning once out here is really, really hard with all the talent that that is out here.
And then my follow-up is, at this time last year, you were struggling with a little bit of a back injury, and I'm just wondering, Kim seems to be a really important member of your team. How long has she been with you? How did you kind of find her, and what does she do on a daily basis to help you protect your back?
Yeah, so actually, she used to work at IMG, so I've been going to her since like 2018, 2017, long time ago. And then when I had my blood clot, she left IMG and was kind of looking for someone, and I hired her to do all my rehab, and then decided that, I really like her. She's from my hometown, so when I'm home, I can also use her. So she's also she fits in great with the rest of my team. Like, we all get along so well personality-wise, but yeah, she definitely keeps me intact. She's my glue that keeps me together. Just a lot of rehab when it comes to tournament weeks, and then when I'm home, we do a lot of strength training as well and treatment. So I spend a lot of time with her, way more than my family. So hopefully by the end of the year, she's very sick of me.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much,
Thank
Nelly.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.